Okay, interesting day over here. How to put this? NetMarble offered me a partnership with them. In this partnership, things like in-game resources would be offered, etc. I ended up declining this partnership, and I'm going to talk about a couple reasons why. Instead of editing this and doing a whole bunch of tries at this, I think I'm going to use this as kind of a one take and explain sort of what the offer was, why I'm declining it, and maybe potential content creators can learn from this. So I've joined a bunch of content creator programs in the past, and most of the content creator programs are pretty simple. They are, you sign something that basically says, like, I'm not going to show hacks, exploits, I'll stay within the terms of service, I'll try to be fair to the game, and to be honest, the contract they offered me wasn't much different, except for and to be fair, they also state in their contract too, like they want us to have our own opinion. Like they say, you have to be honest, have your own opinion, all that stuff. So, that's all fine. So they didn't ask us anywhere in the contract. And I say us because I'm not the only one who has received this offer. And I'm not the only one who's declined it, actually. But I'm sure others are going to accept. But I see, this is why I'm not going to edit it, because I want to break down my thoughts and give it all to you guys. In the contract, and I don't want to show the contract because I'm not trying to piss them off, because I actually sent them a letter back where I made some of these points I'm going to make in this video, and I break down why I can't sign the contract. And even though I would actually like to work with them, to be honest, because it's in everyone's best interest, because I would be able to hopefully change things for the better, as I have free-to-play community mostly in mind when I do my stuff. And, that's the community that I tend to get the best response from too. So, and that's tend to be what I've focused on my other channels as well. However, their contract is not just about the game and what we would be receiving, etc. In the contract, it states we'd be receiving some resources in game, etc. But it also states maybe and maybe not. Okay, it says basically we'll give you stuff from time to time if we feel like it's what it says, which is fair enough. Okay, I didn't really care that much about it, because when you spend $5,000 or whatever on an account, like if they give you, a couple thousand crystals or whatever it was they're offering, like it doesn't matter. It's like, it's like, okay, here's a payout for a week. Who cares? For the most part. And some of the other content creation programs has been quite good. Like for instance, Raid Shadow Legends content creator in-game perks are like pretty insane at this point, to give you an idea. The stuff I was more interested in that they offer are things like wallpaper, access to their art, stream overlays, potentially working with their social media companies, stuff like that, to get maybe promotions. But here's the thing. In the contract, unfortunately, they have us sign away a lot of our rights, including I would have to change the name of my channel. They don't even let you use the name. And having Marvel Future Revolution in the name of the channel is a calculated search engine optimization trick. This is a standard practice that is done by more YouTubers than I can count. I actually took this trick from Ash Raid Shadow Legends over in the community that I'm from Raid on my main channel, and because he's, in my opinion, a very good YouTuber. He's a little bit of a role model to me, and I they more or less copied his idea because I thought it was a really smart idea of doing that. And, it's the same thing, like the name of my playlist is Marvel Future Revolution, and the description is Marvel Future Revolution, and the tags of my channel are Marvel Future Revolution. I believe that the simplicity of my tags and search engine optimization is part of this, what made the channel grow. And so anyway, but that's not all of it, okay? And they said you can use the logo and all that. So I'd have to change all of my stuff, which I'm not willing to do. But it's worse than that. They actually ask for and require a full license to my imagery, meaning they could take my likeness and either do an artist rendering of it. They could put me in the game if they wanted to, which that would never happen. Okay, but what they could do is take footage of me from my channel, put it on Facebook, and say Darth Microtransaction, is the biggest fan of this game or whatever, and I get paid $0 for that, and they could do whatever they want with my imagery and my use. Now, this might be arguable to be fair to hand over to them if there was somewhere in the contract stating like in-game promotions or something like that where they would need that available, that available permission, for instance. But nowhere in the contract are we offered that. You're sort of signing that away. If it stopped there, maybe this would be the end of it. But then on top of it, it has to be a transferable license in perpetuity. That is, if you don't know what these words mean, a transferable in perpetuity license means forever. They get to have a license to me and my imagery forever, and get to give that license to whoever they want, and that person gets to have it too. They effectively get free 100% reign to every bit of my imagery forever. And that's a very expensive right. To give you an idea, I've sold that right for thousands of dollars, and normally that's only like a 60-day right. So it's a little concerning for me. I just wanted to kind of get all of the reasons out there. I don't want to show the contract and anything like that. I'm not trying to breach any type. There's no NDA or anything. And I want to kind of, be fair to the company because I want to talk to them and try to be like, hey, maybe we can iron out some of these contractual issues so that it is a signable contract. But I know other content creators who would have loved to work with them and help promote their game that are now unable to do such. And I myself find myself in a situation where I believe I could positively benefit their game. I believe I could also benefit the free-to-play community by having some influence there. I believe it could also save me money that, to be honest, I'm still in the negative. I haven't been a positive $1 in Marvel yet. By the time we add in the paying the writer and the website guy and all this stuff, so it could be beneficial to like more or less everybody, and it would be really cool if we got access to a lot of toys to play with in game and stuff to be able to show off and all that. So there could be some logistic things that could improve for the channel, especially at a time where I am moving. Like if you guys don't know, I got a new place. I'm moving as of the 1st, and a lot of stress with that and all that. But it's a bummer. I think I find myself wrapping up here by saying that I feel like this is a bummer because this is something I would have loved to, this is something I would have loved to accept here. Yeah, and it is also kind of a double bummer because, to be honest, they could do all kinds of crazy stuff that could help a ton. Like they could do stuff like in-game plugs, etc. But the terms of the contract state that even upon termination, all the clauses that I'm stating survive the contract. So even if I agree to terminate, it's an at will, so I could join and leave anytime I want. Even if I leave, I'm beholden to all the terms of the contract, okay? But none of the terms of the contract state that they're guaranteed to actually do anything for us. The only thing that's guaranteed by the contract is that we sign them basically all of our rights. And that seems a little aggressive to me in terms of a contract. I've brought 1.6 million views to the game in the last 28 days. And the only thing I got paid was by you guys, the viewers, the ad revenue from the viewers. And if you downloaded BlueStacks or anything, I made a couple bucks off that. I'm not making NetMarble not paying me anything or whatnot. And it all comes from YouTube ads and from the people that are willing to sit through those. And then, I take that money. If you guys are wondering, by the way, and, I can pull up and show this to you guys if you really care that much. But this channel is made less than $6,000 to give you an idea. So I'm basically broken even with the money I've spent and the money I've earned. On money in games, about $5,000. I've spent almost $2,000 on the website. And then, I gift stuff out to my followers and stuff all the time. So I'm a little bit in the hole overall in this business venture, but the expenses are slowing down now that the startup stuff is kind of over. And you guys watching the ads and supporting, like a lot of you guys are watching on Twitch now too, and have been like subscribing there or whatever. And, I get $5 donation here and there type stuff. All that type of stuff is really starting to make it be a break even. And once I got it where it's more stable and break even, then it doesn't really matter, because we don't really need to sign anything. Like, I don't really need an in-game plug, with my channel. I don't really need them to give me resources. Like, you guys are kind of sponsoring me, you know what I mean? Not anyone else. So as it stands, that's where we're at. I'll let you guys know if anything changes, because the way I'm at and the way I see it is I'm only in this position of even being offered this opportunity because you guys blew my channel up. So I am faithful to you guys first, and I'm going to always be honest about what's going on. So they offered me a contract. It wasn't signed, and I'll let you know if that changes. And if NetMarble watches this, I sent you guys an email. I hope you guys got it. It was a few days ago by now. And, if you want to talk about it, like, I'm willing to hash it out and try to figure, out something a little bit more reasonable. And maybe we can work together, and maybe I'd be happy to kind of help the community voice how to make the game better for everybody and to make it a more popular game. I think that, a lot of the people from the community have some pretty good ideas. And I know there's a lot of people that have both played the game free and people that spend a lot of money in the game, that love the game, that want to see the game continue to grow. I myself don't want to go anywhere either, so let's try to work together.